What's going on? Welcome back. And I appreciate you guys coming back to the RedBeard Outdoors YouTube page here. Thank you so much for joining us. And today being Tinkering Tuesday, I just want to give you a quick item that I've used over the last couple hunts and why I absolutely love it and why I think everyone that goes on any kind of hunt that is out of cell phone range needs to have this bad boy right here, the Garmin Inreach Messenger Plus. We're going to go over some of the specs that we have here for the Messenger Plus at the end of the video because I want to give you my reasons why I use it, how I use it, and what we can ask you, or you can ask me, I guess would be a better way of saying that. You can ask me questions down below as we go through this video. Plug them in the comments. I really appreciate that as to any questions you have about this. And I'll leave the link as well down below where you can check out the Messenger Plus, why it is my favorite communication tool when I'm either in the backcountry or I am out in whitetail country and just don't have good cell phone coverage, and why, again, I think everyone should have one. So before we get into that, guys, I want to say thank you so much for your support all through 2024. The years before that, we did a giveaway every single year, every single month in 2024, gave away a full bow package. And this year, guys, as we focus more on the YouTube channel and still have the 2 podcasts that we have going on, if you want to know more about that, check out down below about the 2 podcasts that we have at this point over on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. But I'll also be putting more effort here into YouTube for you guys as you come here for gear, come here for good conversations, and to learn a little bit more. And I want to bring that to you. So again, thank you so much for that. Subscribe to the channel. That's the biggest way that you can help support, is to subscribe. And then, of course, if you're looking to support monetarily, my goal is to provide you the best pricing possible with my partners, the people that I trust, the companies that I trust. I use their gear, and then in turn provide a good discount to you guys. So check them out down below. Everything from BlackOvis to Phorm to SheepFeet, Ollin Digiscoping, and so many more. Go check them out down below, guys. Now, before we get into this, I'm going to take a sip from, I've been using this to keep track of my gallon here, try and get a gallon a day or close to it, but I'm definitely never out of water with this thing. So that's the Grizzly 1 gallon. Again, Grizzly is my favorite cooler company, drinkware. This right here is obviously to the extreme where it's a full gallon. Get this little gripper mug right here. This is my favorite drink, I guess, container throughout the entire day. Keeps things cold for very long and has a really cool magnetic top. So you can take it off, easy cleaning, easy assembly, and then just it's super smooth. You twist it open, twist it closed. So there you go. Okay, that's a side note, guys. Let's get into what you came here for, which is the Garmin Messenger Plus. Now, excuse me, if you have a Garmin and you're using the older app, that's cool. I can tell you it was kind of a pain. The Garmin Explorer app was a little bit of a pain. It seemed to lag a lot more than what the newer app does, and the layout of it was a little complicated. But if you have a Garmin, let's talk about maybe is it worth upgrading to the newer ones and why. So this is the one you could tell I still haven't cleaned it. Sorry, guys. This is the Inreach Mini 2. So the biggest difference between the Inreach Mini and the Mini 2 is that you can then start using the upgraded messaging app. In the messaging app, you can send group messages, you can send single messages. It looks more like a text screen than the Garmin Explorer app did before. So that in and of itself for me made it a lot better to be able to organize my messages and to send messages. It just was more aesthetically pleasing, and it seemed not to lag as much as well. So I don't know if they updated some in the Mini Plus and the Messenger, or the Mini 2 and the Messenger Plus. I'm not sure if they updated some software to where it could gather the satellite a little bit easier or what, but either way, I found that it lagged a lot less. So I appreciate that, of course, and my wife definitely appreciates that even more so. And so I was always a big proponent of either the Mini 2 or the Messenger. Now, the Messenger was this same size. It was just all gray. And in my opinion, that was the best option until this one came out, because it used the new Messenger app from Garmin and also had twice the battery life of the Inreach Mini 2. For me, that made it all worth it. I want to know that the battery's going to last a long time in case I'm not able to charge it. I'm able to send messages. Now, you may not be able to use the mapping. Like, I mean, this screen, guys, here on the Mini 2 is pretty tiny. I never use the mapping on this. If you have one of the bigger Garmin's and you use that as your GPS, this isn't necessarily going to apply for that. For me, I never use the mapping on the Mini. So all the benefits for me were with the Messenger. Again, I think over 100 or at 100 hours of battery life on the lower settings of, sending your location out X amount of times. You can have pre-programmed, excuse me, getting over a cough, guys. I apologize. You can have pre-programmed messages in here that can help save you money if you're looking to maybe only go out a couple times in a month. You don't have to buy the full unlimited texting subscription, etc. But with the Messenger, we're going to talk about the Messenger versus the Messenger Plus. The only reason I brought the Mini 2 out is just to show you I've used it. I've used it during elk season this year just to see how it does. It does really well. But honestly, the Messenger, prior to the Messenger Plus, cost less than the Mini 2, gave you more battery life. And for me, that was 100% worth it. And of course, allows you to use the new messaging app. When I got wind of this from my partners over at Garmin about the Messenger Plus, man, I was super excited. So it had all the features of the Messenger with the great battery life, and might even be a little bit more, which I'm going to have to pull up the web page to get you guys that information. But of course, gotta love the orange. They updated that and added the orange. You can get a different color as well. But with the Plus, you can do group messages and you can send photos now. So it's not a telephone where you can call via satellite, but you can send messages, photos, and group messages with this bad boy right here. For me, that made it 100% worth it. And I don't know why you wouldn't have one of those three in your pack if you're going somewhere that doesn't have cell phone coverage. Now, let's talk about that a little bit. If you have people that rely on you, which the majority of us do that go out hunting, if you have someone that relies on you, cares about you, loves you, or again, relies on you to be the protector, provider, presider, when you're gone, letting them know that you are safe, that things are going well, sharing in your failures, sharing in your successes is all very important. And staying connected with the loved ones is very important. It's not like everyone that has your cell phone number can text this. You can provide it to specific people so you're not getting bombarded by text messages. You still get that disconnect that all of us crave when we go out in the mountains and get to have that time. But you're able to communicate with the people that matter most. And on top of that, if you get yourself in a hairy situation, you're able to either use the SOS button over here on the side. Let's see if it'll, nope. There we go. SOS button, which is protected. So you do have to pop this open and then click the button. Excuse me. It's not like you're accidentally going to click the button, but it's there if you need it. You're able to, again, send a message out for people that are going to help you pack out. You could send them your location, let them know, how to get there, etc. And then you can, of course, just do the regular check-ins with your spouse. You can send photos now, like I said, to your spouse and your kids, or, to people that you're wanting to share. Hey, I've got this bull down, buck down, whatever, and I need some help, and show them the picture and celebrate those successes. All of that is outstanding with the Messenger Plus. If you're not interested in those added features, I get it, 100%. I would still steer you towards the regular Messenger. That's the one that I used, not last year, but the year before. And the Messenger is fantastic. Again, it's cheaper than the Mini 2. So that's why I would steer you towards the Messenger versus the Inreach Mini 2. If you're trying to be budget conscious, go with the Messenger, because let's be honest, using this little screen right here on the Mini 2, I don't use it for navigating hardly ever. If you're not planning on using that little screen for navigating and you don't mind this square, which I prefer the square, honestly, over this little radio looking design. It's a smaller package too, and you get more battery life. Go with the Messenger. Now, if you're wanting all those added features of, again, photos, group messages, etc., go with the Messenger Plus. So that's kind of my 2 cents on it, guys. Having used all three devices, what I would recommend. I highly recommend it. And even for people, maybe you're going out fishing and you don't have good cell phone coverage out there, Garmin makes the Inreach for that as well. So again, guys, gals, if you're out there alone or just even with a group of people with no cell phone coverage, and you could possibly get in a dangerous situation, again, whether it's hiking, backpacking, whether you're hunting, whether you're fishing, whatever, sailing, whatever it may be, I highly, highly, highly recommend getting a Garmin to be able to communicate with your loved ones and to be able to be safe. Have that safety net. They're not going to just appear out of nowhere for you. You still have to have your plans for if something goes south, but you're able to get rescued if needed. All of those are reasons why I trust Garmin. On top of that, they have the best satellite coverage out there. They are proven, they are tested, and they are an amazing company. I absolutely love working with them. I ran the Garmin Mini before I got the Garmin Messenger, and then the Garmin Mini 2, and then the Inreach Messenger Plus. I've run all of those devices. They're all fantastic. They do an amazing job, and they're continuing to get better. So check out Garmin, guys. Also, last little thing here, the Fenix 8. Look at the crispness. I'm just going to take the watch off. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. Look at that. An AMOLED. Look at that crispness. My goodness. It's like looking at a freaking Apple screen or better. This Fenix 8 is amazing. I've run the Instinct watches because I like that G-Shock look. And then I've had the Fenix 7, which I really like. And then now I've got this one, which is not solar. They do offer a solar option. This is the AMOLED, AMOLED. And man, it is super crisp. I absolutely love this thing. I've only had it for a little bit now, so I'll give you another update on that later. But guys, I'm telling you, Garmin has amazing options for everything from smartwatches, from the Instinct line, all the way up to the Fenix 8, and everything in between. They have stuff for runners. They have stuff more geared towards fitness style, where it's got more of a rubberized, less G-Shock look, more of that, Fitbit kind of runner style look. They have all of that. Go check out Garmin. They are an amazing company. Absolutely love working with them. They make great gear. They make great items to keep you safe, keep your data. If you're looking to track your data of your heart rate, your workouts, your location, if you're out hunting, etc., highly recommend Garmin. So go check them out, guys. Drop any questions that you have down below about the different messengers and which one might fit your needs better, whether that's more of your budget or more whatever. But I highly recommend everyone have one of these in their backpack if you're going anywhere remotely far from civilization and without cell phone service. Highly recommend it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And of course, get out, live your life, and love it.